All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Stryfe the Warrior. Very, very excited about this one. Also, you guys were excited about him too. We had so many fan questions sent in for our guest here today. But as always, I got to give him the best intros I can. So, he was Robert and Ted. He was also in The Hangover Part 2 as Alan. He was also known as Angus Chestnut in Ant Farm. You also know him as Muscles or Mitch in Cobra Kai. Please welcome my guest tonight, Aedin Mincks. Aedin, how you doing, my friend?
Doing all right. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course, man. So, how's the weather on your side of the world right now?
Pretty cold actually. Like when I moved to the desert, I was expecting it to be heat the entire time, but like no, it's been like a real cold spell like the last like 2 years. It feels like, well, not like the entire year, but
Right.
we've had like way longer like cold times. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, no, man. I know what that's like too, because like about 4 years ago, so I'm in Houston, Texas.
Nice.
We had that really bad freeze, so like, it was just like so crazy. So I'm always like paranoid. Like every time it gets like January, I'm like, okay, hopefully that doesn't happen again. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, so
Like,
yeah. So one of the things I wanted to ask real quick too, just because out of curiosity, so your character Mitch is a wrestling fan. Are you yourself a wrestling fan?
I actually never did get into it fully, but like there are a couple like wrestling actors that I do really appreciate, like uh, Andre the Giant. Like I loved him in all of his movies. I enjoy John Cena's work as well, and
Right.
Dave Bautista's. Yeah, I enjoy them as actors. I like coincidentally
Right.
um, enjoyed them. Yeah, so.
Oh yeah, for
But
sure, man.
never fully got into wrestling. I still kind of want to. Yeah.
I think, quote me if I'm wrong. I think WrestleMania is happening on the West Coast this year, so I know that
Oh,
comes up
cool.
next month. So if you get a chance to go, man, be
Yeah,
it could
might
be
even just go
yeah, good
visit
first
it.
show.
Yeah.
I noticed you are big into Halloween, man. So do you like cosplay? Like I know I've seen you go to Ren Fair and stuff like that. So like, tell me about like your love of costumes and because I'm definitely curious.
Yeah. Well, like that was just my original inspiration was Lord of the Rings. So like I've always just like loved any like opportunity I can to like try to go back in time a little bit, where it's like, like the medieval setup. Like yeah, I have like my like giant tankards and mugs at home. Like I'll like pop open a couple beers and like fill it up and like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in like, medieval times. Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I almost like every birthday would be at medieval times when I was a kid, like things like that. Yeah, I just love that setting, that vibe. Yeah, that whole aesthetic.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've never been to medieval times because I think the
You're
closest.
missing out.
Yeah, I know, I know. Yeah, I think the closest one I think is up in Dallas, but we do have a really large Ren Fair
Oh,
here in
okay.
Texas in my neck of the woods, kind of
Oh,
like
that's just as good. Yeah.
yeah. So it's I think man, I can't remember what they just had like some big anniversary. They had like an HBO documentary on it too recently and
Oh,
stuff like
sick.
that. So yeah. So if I were to go to medieval times for the first time, what's something you like recommend? Like favorite food, drink? Like what would you recommend?
It's a whole pre-done menu sort of thing. So like
Okay.
you just sit down. You don't even get to pick the night that you're rooting for, but like still just go crazy for them. Sometimes they'll throw you a flower, and then yeah, just they bring out like a tomato soup and some like garlic bread at the beginning, and like a whole roast chicken and some like veggies or potatoes and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a pretty fun place. And like there's like jousting, there's like combat. There's like weapons all over the walls. Like when they'll joust each other until they get knocked off the horses. And there's weapons all over the walls, and they just run up and grab whatever they want, or they have a squire like run up to them and like give them what they need. And so they just like bash each other with like maces and hammers and like swords, and it's a really fun thing. They have like flint on the blades, so when they like make contact, it like has sparks shooting all over the place. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Yeah, I'll have to check it out too. Cause like I know at the Ren Fair too, they have like some of those jousting things. And it's like, of course it's all outdoors too. So it's like you see them like, far apart, like with the horses and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, speaking of that, so then like while we're on the subject, so outside of Lord of the Rings, because I know you're a Lord of the Rings fan,
Yeah.
do you have like another favorite piece of like kind of medieval like film show? Because for me, like I always love Disney's Sword in the Stone, like the original
Oh yeah.
animated film. So I was just kind of curious about any other piece of fiction that you like.
Well, I mean, basically the same thing, but The Hobbit, and then
Yeah.
yeah, and then I actually really liked those The Witcher games,
Okay.
and then they like turned it into a TV show on Netflix for a minute. And like I think they're still going on with that, and like I got really into that, but the episodes are so long. Like I'd keep falling asleep, and then like I have to restart the episode, and like I've like rewatched like some episodes like multiple times by now. I'm pretty sure I just like skipped some like huge chunks, but yeah, like I enjoyed it. I like that whole like mythical like
Right.
swords and like archery, all that stuff. Elves, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, no, that's awesome to hear. So then you're a gamer then too, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, like I've been obsessed with the Elder Scrolls series. Like I've
I was just
even
about to ask about that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like I started with Skyrim, and then I was obsessed with Oblivion for a while, and now I've been doing Morrowind, and that one's a little a little harder to get into because there's no direction. It's just like here's a journal, take some like here like take like actual like directions where it's like go past this mountain and past this city and through this like cave, and yeah, and it's really cool. Like there's like mods and stuff for it, and they made an AI like voice. I'm personally I'm against this, but it's really
Right.
cool how they did it. But
Yeah.
they did like an AI voice mod where it's like because like there is no voice acting in that game except for greetings, where it's like hello, how are you, and then it's just like a wall of text you have to read,
Right.
and so it's cool. They made like an AI mod where like it like just from that little bit of like hello, how are you, they're able to like fill in like all of the voice chat, like, and so like it's just like it's like the voice actors just there and like doing all it. So yeah, it's really cool.
Well, it's funny too because like last night I was actually watching some Oblivion memes of like the
Yeah.
NPCs and stuff like that. So
Yeah, the adoring fan like song, the star one. Yeah,
yeah.
that one, I love that one.
Yeah, I think there's also I don't know if you've probably seen them before too, like I think LaFay brothers, where they do like this stuff in real life. Like there's this one skit they
Oh
have,
yeah,
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 the
yeah.
one
Where
at
it's
the
like
gas
they'll do
station.
the they'll like act out the bugs, I think too, where it's like them like
Yeah,
walking into the walls or like clipping into the yeah.
yeah, like I like the ones that have you heard of the high elves? And he's just like like eating an
Yeah.
apple. So
You
yeah,
pretend like does the death animation, the Gah! Like,
yeah,
yeah.
that's so awesome. Yeah, I really want to play Skyrim again too because I owned it on the PS3 and the PS4, but now I'm
Mhm.
more like PC gamer. So I thought about getting
Yeah.
the VR, like the VR version too, because I have
Oh
a
yeah.
HTC Vive and stuff like that. So do you have
Yeah.
like a favorite Skyrim mod?
I haven't downloaded this one yet, but like it looks really cool. It's another AI one, but like basically it
Right.
makes everything sentient in the game. So it's like you can like have full on conversations with like characters in the game, and then also like you can even like make things happen. Like there's this one clip where it shows a a guy was like walking through a town. A bear went into a town and got attacked by the guards, and the bear died. And so the character walked over to another herd of bears and like told him like, hey, I'm trying to like make a truce, like I just walked into town and they just killed one of the bears, like do you want to like come help get revenge? And like it made the bear like sentient. It was talking back and it was like what was it? It was like, oh yeah, he was like, oh, let me go see this bear. And you brought it back to the bear. It's like, I don't know this bear, but like any bear is a loss for our kind. And then so it just started. And he was like, all right, so do you want me to heal you and I'll attack you while you attack? And he's like, yes, please, that'd be great. It's like he's healing the bear the whole time while it's attacking the city guards, and it's just like funny to watch, like how it like, yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna like make temporary companions just by talking to them.
Right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I remember I think like one of the ones I've seen, and I have because I've never modded the game, but like one of the mods I think
Mm.
was like where they turned all the dragons into Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that was really fun. So like when you play like the Elder Scrolls, are you more like a sword and shield type of guy, or do you like magic? What's your kind of like go to class?
I, I'm a little bit of a cheeser, so like I usually like to do the like if a cheat is in the game, I'm gonna use it. So like
Right.
I like with Skyrim, stealth archer all the way.
Okay.
But I do like the magic isn't as fun in that. Like the magic in Morrowind is like so fun, and the enchanting. But the yeah, like I would say stealth archer for Skyrim, and I like just a classic sword and shield for Oblivion, and then Morrowind, I'm a wizard.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, yeah, that's really cool. I'm definitely gonna have to because I actually added I think Oblivion to my Steam wish list like
Mm,
earlier today too. So I'm definitely have to try it out, especially after having this conversation. So
yeah. There's a really good mod that fixes the facial features of
oh,
them, so
okay,
it's not so like soft and potatoy. Like it's like I think just the abbreviation was like OCO or something, but like it was like Oblivion like character overhaul or something.
okay.
So yeah, just like it makes all their faces look normal, like a little more like the Skyrim versions. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out for sure. So you mentioned like Witcher, Elder Scrolls. Are there any other current games you're playing right now too?
I've just been doing like a lot of the classics, like even like Fallout 1 and 2. Like
Oh, okay.
I just finished Fallout 1, and then doing Fallout 2. I've beaten 3 and New Vegas and 4 so many times over. Like I don't need to play it anymore. But
Yeah.
yeah, like the storylines of 1 and 2, like because it's mostly like text and story based, like that's what they have to, like that's their strong points. Like the
Right.
stories and the different paths you can take are just so fun. Like being a low intelligence character and then like having like stupid like dialogue with people, and then like if you're talking to another low intelligence character, you both talk eloquently to each other, where it's like, yeah, it's just funny.
That's awesome. Yeah, so you like a lot of story-driven games too, because I was talking to Owen recently. He was kind of like we kind of talked about some of the similar game tastes we
Yeah,
had too. Yeah, so that's awesome, man.
yeah, and like the whole open world, like I get to
Right.
choose what's happening, sort of thing. Like I like Call of Duty, I like it, it's fun, but like I hate it's like, I mean, the newer ones give you choices and stuff, yeah, but
Hmm.
still, like just the repetitiveness. I don't like the repetitiveness of games. Like I
Yeah.
like things with a story, things that like, yeah, things that change and matter. Yeah.
Yeah, so like right now I'm currently playing. I don't know if have you heard of the game Vampire Survivors?
Not that one, no.
Okay, so it's kind of like a bullet hell game where basically, so this is not the game I'm playing, but I'll kind of lead up to what game I'm playing right now. So it's like, your character kind of moves around and whatnot, and you have like these swarm of enemies kind of go, and every enemy you defeat, you get to eventually level up and kind of pick up your perks and stuff like that. So I'm playing a game that's similar to that called Karate Survivors, even though it's more kung fu and Jackie Chan inspired. But it's so fun too because like they like reference like a lot of his old movies and whatnot, and like even though it's like not because you have basically have to survive for an amount of time and then defeat the boss. But like
Yeah.
even if you lose, you get to kind of keep that experience and eventually like kind of upgrade, like do permanent upgrades too, along with like the attempts that you're doing and stuff like that. So it's really fun. If you definitely want to change the pace, definitely a game I recommend right now too. I also been playing kind of the new season of Fortnite as well. The Sub Zero
Mm.
ice moves, the Sub Zero moveset from Mortal Kombat's really fun. So yeah, just been it's kind of what I've been playing now too. But like yeah, I've definitely loved like RPGs and stuff like that. Never played The Witcher, unfortunately, but I definitely love Skyrim. I'm a big Zelda guy, Final Fantasy, all kinds of
Nice,
stuff like
nice,
that.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. The first two Witchers are a little bit of a struggle to play. Like the first one's mechanics are so out of whack, but the third one is like a masterpiece. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I hear so many good things about it. So yeah, that's cool, man. One thing I wanted to ask too is just like, so I was looking at your Instagram. You have like, and for those that don't know, you have like a who's who of people that you've met before. So, and just I'm gonna kind of go down the list here of like some people I've seen. Zendaya, Mila Kunis, Sean Bean, Sarah
Yeah.
Silverman, Mindy Sterling, and some of these actors you've kind of worked with before too, but it's still really cool. Keegan Michael Key, Pharrell, like. Tell me about some of these stories, man. Like, I'm really curious about the Sean Bean one too. I think you said that was like a
Yeah.
table read, right?
Yeah. So I actually got to work with I think it was called Any Day. I don't know what like it was originally released for, but it was on Netflix for a minute. And yeah, it was just like this sort of like boxing movie. And yeah, like that was my original, like that was my original goal when I got into acting, was I wanted to meet every single person from the Lord of the Rings. And like
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
ended up getting to meet John Rhys Davies as well. I don't think I ever posted it with him. But I got to work on him with another like low budget it was like Golden Shoes. And yeah, he was, so I got to meet him. I got to meet Sean Bean. He was a really cool guy. And then I was close to meeting Sean Ashton. Like he was supposed to be a mayor of another like small budget I was going to be a part of, and then I guess he pulled out last minute. But
Ah, I got you.
it was,
So you would still like to meet Sean, or there's some other ones that you like to meet still at well that like to kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
top your list?
yeah. Still got to meet all the hobbits. Still got to meet Viggo Mortensen. Yeah, still got to meet Orlando Bloom. Yeah,
Yeah.
all Ian McKellen. Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's funny too. I actually met I didn't get a picture with him, but like so me and my then girlfriend now fiance back in October, so here in San Antonio, they had Big Texas Comic Con where a lot of your castmates were there.
Oh
And
yeah.
yeah, so along with meeting, some of your castmates, we also met Elijah Wood that Sunday too, and Sean Astin was there too,
Oh,
actually.
sick.
So yeah, so it's kind of cool that little crossover. So Sean being obviously Lord of the Rings. Did you ever watch Goldeneye by chance?
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
I don't have like a full memory of it, but like
sure,
I
sure.
did watch the. I do remember it. Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely my intro with him because, especially, of course, the 64 Nintendo 64 game, of course, that he
Yeah.
was in and stuff like that. So yeah, that's really cool. So you also had Zendaya on your Instagram as well too. Tell me a little bit about that story.
Yeah, so she was on an episode of Ant Farm, and then we just sort of just like walked up to her during set, and I was just like, hey, let's grab a picture, and yeah, she was a really cool, down to earth person, and her parents were like really nice too. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's so awesome too. Because like I was looking at your Instagram, I was like, man, this dude's met like a lot of people and whatnot too. So, real quick question about Pharrell. Do you have like a favorite song from him?
Uh Drop It Like It's Hot. I don't know. Like he
Okay,
was
of
featured
course.
in that one. I don't know
Yeah,
if that
yeah.
really
Oh,
counts, but
fair. Yeah,
like
fair
yeah,
enough. Yeah, yeah,
like the also like I don't know. It's a little cliche. The happy song. Like
yeah.
it's good. It's a good
It's a
song.
bop.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask too, because like I don't know if you ever listened to like The Weeknd and like some of his earlier stuff. Pharrell actually did a remix of one of The Weeknd song called Wonderlust. It's
Oh,
very
cool.
kind of like some of that similar vein too of like what you were describing. So if you ever get a chance to check that song out, it's a really good song.
Yeah,
So
sick.
yeah. To kind of circle back to like some of your Halloween costumes, you also did Weird Al Yankovic, which is also kind of funny because like actually had Zach Robinson and Leo Berenberg, the composers of Cobra Kai, on the channel, and of course they've done the Weird Al
Oh, sick.
motion show.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, like full circle. You also did Hugh Hefner, which I thought that was a pretty cool costume.
Yeah.
One thing I was going to ask too is like, but one of your earlier costumes was of Chris Farley. So I was
Yeah.
going to ask about if you had a favorite Chris Farley film
Um,
or sketch or anything like that.
I can't pick a favorite because I like the Black Sheep, Tommy Boy, the what Almost Heroes, the Lewis and Clark sort of one, and then pretty much like every single one of his SNL skits. The Man Down by the River,
Yeah,
the motivational speaker, the the lunch lady, lunch lady land, and the one where she was like Adam Sandler's caretaker, and she's like, ravioli, holy cannoli, like rubbing his thigh. And he goes, "Give me cancer now, God!" Like all those little bits. Like, yeah, I love every part of them.
yeah, man, that's so cool. And then like I think your most recent one was Chowder,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that one
That
was
was my
really
favorite
good.
cartoon growing up. Yep, that
Yeah,
one, Avatar, Chowder, Lilo and Stitch. Those were my favorite cartoons growing up.
that's awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna break your heart here for a second. I've never seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I know a
Oh
lot of
damn.
people have given me a lot of flack for it too, because like, but I definitely want to. I'm thinking cover it now that kind of Cobra Kai has ended and like another show to kind of cover into. What are some of your favorite parts about that show? Whether it's like elements, favorite scene, anything
Yeah,
like
like
that?
the elements are really cool to watch. It's really nice because there's like no filler moments. Like every moment is like just like it adds to the story, and they're growing and they're becoming better people. They're like learning how to like do things cooler, and yeah, it's a good show. It has good messages. It's a good show. I think there's only the only one filler episode they do have. It's actually most people's favorite episode because it just shows a little bit of each of the main character, like each of the characters' lives, and it just like shows like what do they do on a day off, and it's like it's yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, because like I remember too, like Tanner Buchanan had mentioned in an interview that he used Prince Zuko as like some of his
Oh,
as inspiration, kind of like for his Robbie arc and stuff like that too. So
oh,
it's
that's
kind of
sick. I
funny how
could
it
see
ties
that.
back. Yeah, and of course, like the Mr. Miyagi parallels with Uncle Iroh as
Oh,
well too.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, so when we were talking about games earlier, one thing I meant to ask was like, is there like a dream role, like if you were like to do like a voiceover in a video game or like motion capture, like in a franchise or a game, like what would be like your dream role? Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, just anything Bethesda. Like I'm obsessed with like all the Fallout and all the Elder Scrolls series. Yeah, just love those. And gosh, yeah, no, that's pretty much it. That's all I can think of. I have other games on my computer right now, and I'm just blanking. Like
Yeah, oh,
that,
yeah,
like
for sure.
those are the only ones I've just been like going hard at. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's like to be like in a Elder Scrolls game would definitely be like really cool too. So yeah, that would be really cool to see you in
yeah.
that. Um,
That was the other really good thing about Elder Scrolls Oblivion was you got to have Sean Bean as your companion. He did the voice of Martin Septim, the guy you're like taking
oh
around the
yeah,
entire time. Yeah,
yeah, that's
that was the other thing I love.
man, that's so cool. But yeah, while we're on the subject, Lord of the Rings, do you have a favorite film out of the trilogy,
Um,
or you like them all equally? Or?
Yeah, a little bit. I kind of do like them all equally. Like I really like the first one because like everything's all bright and green and happy, and like it's the Shire. It's everyone like getting together. Everyone's like getting all their cool stuff right in the beginning, and then at the end, it's all of them like at their best and like just doing cool shit the whole time. Yeah, like
Right.
love that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's cool. And then I think, and like you had also mentioned, or at least from what I've read, is that Star Wars was also another inspiration of yours to kind of get in acting. So, are you like an originals guy, sequels guy, prequels
I
guy? You have like a favorite film or character?
yeah, I like okay. I do like the prequels a little more than the prequel sequels, right? The ones I grew up watching, like not the ones from the 80s, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Or
yeah.
what
So
about
like
the
Phantom
80s?
Menace, Attack of Clones, Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah,
Yeah. So those ones, like I there was more action, more lightsabers going on. Like I think that's why like I enjoyed those more. But yeah, the stories of the originals, like those were really good too. Yeah, that was yeah.
yeah. I remember seeing I think both Phantom Menace and Revenge of the Sith in theaters too. So yeah, I'm kind of there with you. Those are like the ones I've kind of like more familiar with, maybe have more fond memories of because I saw those. But I definitely watched like the originals like growing up too. Like
Yeah.
I used to play it's dating myself a little bit here too, but like so back on the Super Nintendo, they had the original trilogy as like 3 different games on it and
Oh,
stuff like
sick.
that. In Super Star Wars, it was fun, but man, dude, there were some levels were tough,
Yeah.
dude. Like, cause like it was a kind of like more platforming and whatnot too. But it was
Yeah.
really cool. It's like you could actually have a lightsaber as Luke in that game, which was really cool. So
That's sick. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I did all the Lego Star Wars and Force Unleashed. Like those were the Star Wars games I
Oh, that's a
played.
good
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to go back and finish Force Unleashed. I never got to finish it, but I've heard like so many good things
I
about
never
it.
played
Yeah.
the second one, but the first one really good.
Yeah, definitely. So you have if I'm if I'm getting this right, you have a dog named Blue Boy.
I did.
Or you did.
I ended up actually giving him to Spencer List, Peyton's brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the inspiration behind the name? One of the things I
It,
was going to ask.
it was the cartoon Bluey. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I got it. I got it.
Yeah,
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 that's cool.
my sister had a baby, and she just has that show on for him all the time. And then yeah, my mom would have it turned on for all of our dogs, like, and they would just be they would like actually like be calmer and like sometimes be like looking up at the TV while the show's going on. So we had him, and then he had like a little gray. He had a grayish coat, but like it shined like sort of blue. So we're like, oh
Okay.
yeah, Bluey. Like he's got like a sweet face, like bluish coat. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, congrats to your sister for the for recently having a baby. So that's
yeah,
really
thank you.
cool. Yeah, and I was going to ask too, like favorite. You have like a favorite breed of dog?
Uh, I I have a lot of French bulldogs right now, but
Okay.
uh I really did like having an English bulldog because it's just so much meat on them. They're just like happy and like
Yeah.
just like like you just like pick them up and love them. And like I also really do like Shih Tzus too because they're smart. Every Shih Tzu I've had like has been like really smart. Like right now I got Mochi and like she like just like by from a click or like a like she'll just come to me and like yeah she knows like little like hand tricks and stuff. But yeah, sweet's fun.
So mochi, is that like from like the snack
Yeah,
basically? Yeah, nice.
yeah, little yeah, because they're I believe it was like they're like Chinese emperor dogs. Like that's where they were originally like gifts to like Chinese emperors or something to like be foot warmers or whatever.
Right.
Like they like and that's what she does. Like she sleeps at the foot of the bed and like just lays on my feet. It like keeps them warm at night. So yeah, it's kind
That's
of funny.
awesome.
It's like a genetic thing or something that's in them. I don't know.
Yeah, like for me, like these breeds would all be like kind of like random, but like I would love to have a dachshund again. So
Mm.
way back in the day, one of the girls I was dating at the time, they kind of rescued a dachshund because we lived out in the country. They rescued a dachshund from the neighbor, and the neighbor kind of was like agreed giving it away. Named Oscar, of course, Oscar Meyer. Man, he was so loyal. He
Yeah.
loved car rides. I remember like he would like be in the front seat, like the passenger seat, and he was just let the AC blow in his face and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I'd love to have a dachshund again. A blanking on the name, Shiba Inu or Shiba
Oh yeah,
Inu. I
those
would
look
love to have
cool.
one of those. and also a pug too. I don't know, man. They're
Yeah.
just so adorable to me. So, but
Yeah.
yeah. So I saw like some of your Instagram too, like especially when you were doing Cobra Kai, you were working out quite a bit. Do you have like a regimen or like favorite exercise or anything like that? So
Not really. Like I just sort of like do whatever I feel like needs to get worked on. I also do I just have like a punching bag and
okay.
I have a punching bag in my garage, a speed bag, and I have a rowing machine in like a little gym room, and then just like a whole like machine setup where it's just like the pushes and then the
Mhm.
pull downs and the yanks that way. Yeah, like everything in the little like bear hug machine. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, for sure. You have a go-to cheat meal?
there I don't know if it counts as a cheat meal, but like it's like it's a really fun like little like healthy protein bar, sort of like not protein bar, but like it's like a little healthy like Snickers almost, where it's you just take some dates, you get them warm, crush them flat, and you cover them in peanut butter and just chocolate chips.
That's
And yeah,
awesome.
it's like this little like snap bar, and it like tastes almost like a Snickers. It's like actually really good.
Yeah, I'll have to definitely try that for sure. So let's talk about some Cobra Kai. One of the things I wanted to ask too, because I was talking about this with Owen, and he had no idea either. Were you aware that you were a boss in the first Cobra Kai video game?
Oh no, I didn't hear about that either.
Really?
No.
Okay, all right. So I have the footage here if you want to take a look at it and stuff
Yeah,
like that
sure.
too. This is like the Miyagi-Do playthrough,
Yeah.
and of course this is like kind of like the school level. And so like now, obviously, if you were playing as Cobra Kai, Chris would be in this place and whatnot. But yeah,
Don't you see how brainwashed you are? Because no one messes with Cobra Kai.
actually, let me full screen this. There we go.
Cobra punch.
Yeah, so I was playing as Robbie and stuff here too. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was crazy too because like they did a really good job because I think this game came out like right before season 3, so they did like a kind of like a encompassing of like season 1 and 2 basically at this point. So
Yeah.
yeah, this was like the school level, and of course the bosses depending on who you're playing as, what dojo is either Sam or Tori and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
yeah, so
No, that's sick. No, I didn't even know about this. Like, I got the game, but I'd never like picked it up and played it.
yeah, it's crazy too because like it was really cool how they did like as detailed as they got with like the game and stuff like that. So yeah, now you know, man, you're immortalized in video games.
Hell
So
yeah, there you go. Finally.
exactly. If we could, well, so you definitely had some fights over the seasons. Is there any character that you would love to have fought? Like if you were given like free reign to fight anybody from like the entirety of season 1 through 6 of like and what I mean by the kid generation is obviously, I mean, you're not a kid, right? But like you guys are the new generation. Who would be like a dream matchup that you'd like to have against?
um, I would say uh Owen and Nate. Like just me taking on the both of them. I feel like that would be a fun thing. Just like or like yeah, like me and Khalil Chris versus Owen and Nate. Like I feel like that'd be good. Just like having the two giants versus the two little guys, just like knocking each other out. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really cool to see. Speaking of Khalil, I was going to ask this as well. So you guys are pretty close. Do you have
Yeah.
like a favorite memory of hanging out like outside of Cobra Kai?
Nothing I can say on camera. But, oh yeah, okay. No, there's a funny moment where like we were hanging out at Jacob and Shola's place while
Okay.
we were out there filming, and then we were like going back to the hotel for the night. Like they have us staying at the same hotel, so like me and him
Mhm.
were just like getting an Uber back together. He calls the Uber, the lady's coming, and he's like, watch this, takes his shirt off and starts chasing the car like this as it's coming up, and she just like turns and speeds past him, and the ride got canceled. And so we had to wait for another Uber to come by.
Oh, so
So
when was this? Was this like filming season 2, season 3? Do you
it
remember?
was one of the earlier seasons, I think. Yeah, I think it had to be like 2 or 3 even. Like it was just like you just
The-
watch this. Like
Oh my god, that's so hilarious, dude. Like I could see him totally doing that too, especially because like I think of the season 3 car wash scene, when he was on the
Yeah,
windshield. So, but
yeah,
yeah,
he's very like very out there, dude. Yeah, he's a
yeah,
funny guy. Yeah.
yeah, that totally checks out. That's awesome. So, if you could go back in the time or go back in the 80s as Mitch, who would some of your dream fights be against like the original, any characters from the original Karate Kid trilogy?
Mm. I would say the original Cobras. I'd
Okay.
want to take on some of them. Like they had like that original like '80s attitude where it was like, come on, put it in a body, like all that stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'd want to take on some of them, and then hmm. I don't know if I'd want to take on Silver in his prime. Even like in both fights, I'd lose no matter what. Like I would not do good against Silver. As much as I love him as a character, I could not fight him. Um, uh, yeah, I'd say and probably the karate bad boy,
Mike Barnes?
yeah, Mike Barnes, the last one. Yeah.
Okay, you know what's funny? I was gonna bring that up too. So I actually interviewed him on the channel recently too, and he actually named you as an opponent in
Oh
a
yeah.
dream matchup and stuff like that. He's like, you know what, like, for the hell of it, let me take on Muscles. Like if I were to, move Mike from the 80s into today and stuff like that. So that's awesome.
Yeah, sick. Yeah,
So,
there you go. It's meant to be. Yeah, there we go.
yeah. So yeah, you mentioned Silver was like your favorite character. So yeah, let's talk about him for a little bit. What's like some of your favorite aspects of his character?
I loved how crazy like not but like yeah, I loved
Right.
his like energy and like how he was in the original movie, and
Mhm.
then it was really funny like seeing how they explained it in the newer shows where they're just like, oh yeah, he was just like so hopped up on coke and revenge that he like started acting like that. It's like, why would you act like that over kids karate?
Right.
It's like that was why. But and then just seeing him like continue on that like just power trip and like all that, like it is cool seeing him like get tricked back into it and then ending up becoming like a problem for Kreese. Like Kreese wanted to like trick him into it, and then he got him into it, and it was like a big mistake. But
Right.
yeah, it's like every part of his character. Like there's not like one moment where I'm like, ooh, that was like no, it's just all the way through.
Do you have a favorite fight of his?
Uh
He has so many good
I'd say,
fights,
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say like the samurai sword fight. I like and like the original movie fights, like him like attacking him at Miyagi-Do and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for me too. Like, what I like, some of the fights I like personally. I mean, of course, I like the one with him and Daniel at the end of season 5 for like all the symbolism that's in that fight. But I think what don't the fights that don't get talked about enough is like the first fight he had with Johnny in season 4,
Mm.
and the first fight that he had with Daniel in season 5, which like kind of halfway through the season. Just because he was such a monster, man. Like
Yeah.
it's just like Johnny and Daniel, they're kind of like, and throughout the show they're evenly matched. They're pretty decent, but like the fact that he was just able to kind of like bait them, that's just kind of why he's so good, because he's able to kind of like get into their heads and manipulate them and things like that too. So yeah. So here's just so I do character analysis on my channel. So I'm kind of curious, since you're a Terry Silver fan. So you know how Silver has said like, hey, everybody has a weakness.
Mm.
Do you think Terry Silver's ego is his weakness? And I'll explain why, but I'm kind of curious to hear your answer. But yeah, so
yeah, like I could see that being his weakness, because like his whole thing is just like being power hungry and like trying to like he's always trying to be 2 steps ahead. So like if you could try to like get him on that, like I feel like that's the only way you could get him.
yeah, because I thought like like especially there's like certain moments too where like his facade kind of starts to kind of like fall. Like for example, you think of the beginning of season 5 episode 8 Taikai, where he's like trying to hide his smile and whatnot, even though like he's trying to smile to hide his anger, while Daniel and Johnny kind of like throw a wrench in his plans to enter the Sekai Taikai and all that too. And one of the things I thought about as well was I thought he was jealous of Johnny, because Kreese and Johnny had that connection, and it's kind of gotten in the way of Kreese and Silver's friendship, because and there's kind of a key moments that I think of, which is of course, like when they fight in season 4 episode 8, he's like, unlike him, I actually follow orders. Then of course, I think about like in the flashback of season 5 where he throws the magazine down. He's like, you know what, whatever you want. We don't have to enter the tournament in the Sekai Tekai. And of course, at the end of season 5, he's like, you were Kreese's best student. I never saw it. So I'm kind of curious. Like, what do you think of that?
Yeah, no, like that like after that analysis, that totally makes sense. Yeah.
So, cool. So Mitch is training in the dojo. What's the top 5 songs on this playlist?
Run Through the Jungle by Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Okay.
Blood Rave, that what was it, the Blade from the Blade soundtrack.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good one. Yeah.
And then gotta look at what I got going on right now.
Take your time.
The first few songs from the Doom soundtrack, the video game. There's like heavy metal just going, yeah. And then Truckin' by Grateful Dead.
Okay. Yeah. Those definitely align with the character. So yeah, I can definitely see him, rocking out to that playlist. One thing I was gonna ask too is like, before you got cast in Cobra Kai, how familiar were you with the films? Did you like kind of like while filming, did you watch some of the films to kind of get like, better insight into your character? Just tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so like I only like I didn't like freshly watch it, but like I did watch like the original like at some point, but like I only like really remembered the Jaden Smith one and like the newer one. Right. And then it was after I got the part that they just coincidentally put all 3 of the movies on Netflix, and so like I just blew through all of them after I got the part, and just it was like I made myself like not anxious, but like a little starstruck before I showed up there. Like before I was just like, oh yeah, cool, like it's a classic. And then like I watched them like, oh crap, these guys. And then it was Johnny who like slides open the van to greet me like as soon as I show up to set, and he's like, hey buddy, we've been looking for your character forever, come on in. And he like pulls me in. I'm like, oh shit, it's him. Like so yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've heard Billy's so welcoming, like to all the cast, like when they show up, like for the first time, and so that's really cool. And I've gotten to meet him a few times as well, like at conventions and stuff. Like he's super nice, man. He's really cool. I will say though, the handshake thing. You know how they make that joke? How he's like a strong handshake. That's for real, dude. I've shaken that dude's hand. He like, he squeezed my hand, so I was like, dang. So that's awesome. Yeah, I'm for me too. Like I kind of watched them out of order growing up, so like. When I was about 3 or 4, I remember like at my babysitter's house, I kind of remember the moment where in Karate Kid Part 2, where Chosen got disowned by his uncle, like after the storm. And then I think after that, I watched the 3rd one, of course, the one with Mike Barnes, because they had that one and the next Karate Kid kind of replay like on Disney Channel, like in the 2000s and stuff like that. And then, of course, when I was a teenager, I watched one, and then I kind of watched them all in order and stuff like that. What was it like working with Baylen Levine on the Cobra Kai movie?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he was a really cool guy. He's got a whole really cool crew, and that was a lot of fun. It was just we sort of like wung it. Like he like just texted me an idea. I'm like, okay, like I'm trying to like think of like the what to say like during the scene, and like we were supposed to just like be doing some sort of like public thing like at a gas station, and I was like actually like I work at a bar, like do you want to just like come in there and film?
Okay.
And so like I walked up to my manager, I'm like, hey, could I get a Coors Light, can I get a Coors bottle? He's like, yeah, who's drinking it? I'm like, oh, I am. He's like so I just gave it to me, and then we did the scene in there, and it's just like a little bit of just working on it, like we just like it was completely like just improvised and freestyled, and it was really cool like how it all like turned out.
So you're saying that whole scene was all improvised, is that correct?
So like he did have like a plan where it's like, okay, I'm going to be like there's going to be a reason for me to go from person to person, like I think the original idea was like I was going to be the one that just sends him on the whole journey. And then he ended up meeting like a few of the cast members first, and then he like coincidentally runs into me at the bar, and then I sent him on the journey by like sending him over to Mike Barnes, and then so on. And so our lines and what we did was mostly improvised, but like he did have an idea of like what was going on. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I will say the one thing about that scene too, it just tripped me out because I'm so used to seeing you as Mitch on the show, and obviously you're over the age of 21, so I
Yeah.
mean you're legally drinking, but it
Yeah.
just still tripped me. I was like, dude, this dude's like not, what is he doing drinking a beer and stuff like that too? So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if you don't mind me asking, do you have a favorite drink?
uh Straight whiskey. Like
Okay,
I like mostly Whistle Pig or Angel's Envy. Um,
okay,
bourbons or ryes. Yeah.
nice. Yeah, for me, I don't know if you ever had it, Not Your Father's Root Beer.
Yeah, that one's really good.
Dude, yeah, that's like my
Yeah.
go-to, man. I gotta stay
Yeah.
away from those because like I'll just like, oh yeah, it's root beer, and then like all of a
Yeah.
sudden, feel a little lightheaded. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. So other than that, I do like some Patron. Patron's
Nice,
pretty
nice.
good
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So
Yeah. The okay, the I think it's Kylie Jenner's tequila, the 818. It's actually really good. The Reposado
okay.
tastes like cotton candy.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll have
Yeah.
to try that out. So we're kind of getting close to the time, but we do have some fan questions. So
Yeah.
would you believe me if I told you we had 77 comments and questions sent in?
Oh damn, nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, let me
Try to
show
get
you
through
the
them all.
screen real
Yeah.
quick. Yeah, what we won't make you go through all of them and whatnot, but it was school like so I'd put this picture up of you and then like
Oh, yeah.
you scroll down here to like 77 comments,
Nice.
whatnot. So you were definitely well loved in the fandom, man. So that's really
Sick.
cool. So I think yeah, I mean, this is something we want to ask too, right? Because like unfortunately Mitch has kind of had like some bad nicknames. Have you had any bad experiences of like people calling you that like in real life? Which I hope not, but
Yeah.
like or like how do you feel about like the whole
Not
the bad nicknames or
not in real life, but just like it sort of did turn me off from like doing social media because like and almost anytime I'd make a post, like I'd just get like several random comments where it's just like penis breath, like nothing else, just penis breath. It's like, all right, great, cool. So
yeah.
it's like, all right, yeah, like it was funny for a while, but like the joke sort of just went on for a little too long. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, so
Yeah. No, I get you, man. I would be the same way and whatnot.
yeah.
So Leisurely Index asks, which dojo would you have Mitch truly join? Like if you were the writer, Iron Dragons, Cobra Kai, Miyagi-Do, Eagle Fang, or Miyagi Fang.
I I feel like the Miyagi Do or like classic Cobra Kai. He got kicked out of Cobra Kai, so like I feel like
Yeah.
he probably would have stayed in Cobra Kai the whole time if he wasn't kicked out. But I think he did enjoy Johnny as his teacher. Like he was there for like he was mostly there for Hawk, like Hawk and Miguel. Like though that's why they joined. They saw the tournament and they enjoyed their like performance and they wanted to be just like them. So yeah, I think they like he would want to be there for Miguel and Hawk, or he would want to be there to train like them. So he would want to stay with the original trainer that trained them to be like that. So
Right. Yeah. And actually, this is another question I meant to ask you too, because like the end of season 6, you and Chris were at the Sekai Taikai.
mm,
Um, what do you think Mitch is doing now that the show has ended? Like, do you think he's joined back with Cobra Kai under Johnny? Do you think because I'm assuming did they ever specify if you guys were the same age as Miguel and Hawk? Like, were you guys in
I
the same grade or
I like because they never had us in any classes together really, but like we were in the same school for some
right?
scenes. So like I would think we're about the same grades. Yeah, because like yeah, there's the ones like college scene where like they're all like trying out for colleges and stuff, and like we're right behind them, like just
Oh,
walking
okay,
around. So like
okay.
yeah, I think we're the same.
Okay, cool. So do you see yourself like or do you see Mitch training with Johnny again now that they're the Cobra Kai's world champions?
Yeah, I think he'd 100% stay with the whole team. Like if they're all Cobra Kai now, then so is he. Like yeah, he's gonna follow the crowd.
Let's see. Somebody asked, yes, that is Angus from Ant Farm. So
Yeah.
yes, that's him. So
Yes.
yeah.
Correct. Good job.
X Edits, I guess I'm pronouncing this right, says in future spinoffs that take place in the Valley, I think Mitch should be one of the main characters. So yeah, we have some Mitch fans here. Characters along with Chris, Bert, Nate, Anthony, Kenny, and Devin. What do you think, Aedin?
Oh yeah, yeah, no, yeah, that'd be really cool. Just getting because like that was one of the things that we've heard is our show has one of the largest cast lists ever. Like I mean, like praise our casting directors for like doing so much hard work like since the beginning. But yeah, like we've had the largest cast list. So we like the writers have even like told us like so many times like they wish they could do more for us. They could wish we could have more screen time, but there's so much stuff they got to get done. So yeah, it's just
Right.
getting to have like a separate show to like focus on everyone else's stories and backgrounds and like who's my mom and shit like that. Like
Yeah.
like it'd be it'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, well, so we did talk about that. You said you do have like a speed bag and heavy bag like in your gym. Are you doing any currently doing any martial arts now, or is there something you'd like to study in the future?
I'm not in a part of any groups or anything, but I don't know. I've tried a couple of jujitsu classes. And, like it's a little too like situational, I guess, for me. Where it's like it's like for it like first of all, it's meant for like it is like I like it's been described to me as it's meant for like smaller bodied people to like try to like rearrange like arrange themselves around like larger people than them. And like I feel like I should like try to go for something more practical. Like I thought even like not I don't know if Krav Maga is the right idea. Just like because it's like just like anything around you, like how to use your surroundings to fight. So
I see.
yeah, I thought that would be like something interesting to get into.
Yeah, and Gianni actually trains in Krav Maga. I think I talked to him about that a while too. So you got a training partner there if you decide to go that route. So, yeah. So Savannah asks, what was it like being a child actor, and how were your experiences on Ant Farm?
Yeah, I've been doing it since I was like 7 years old. It's pretty much all I've known, really. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like at 14, I was making a joke like, "Oh, I've been doing this for half my life now." So,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was really cool. Ant Farm was a lot of fun. Yeah, especially getting to be a kid on a Disney show. Like, yeah, it's a cool experience. I was more of a side character, so like they gave the main cast a little more like focus and media training and attention and stuff like that. Like they'd like bring them to carpets and stuff like that, and like they got to do the little dun 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 dun, and I didn't get to do that. Like I was on set for that day. We did the intros for season 3, where it was like it was just like the theme song and all of our names popping up, and they're like, okay, now we're gonna do the Mickey ears. China, Sierra, Jake, you guys stay. Everyone else go home. It's like, all right. So
Yeah, I got you. So, so before Cobra Kai, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, Noctua 16. Well, a couple questions here. Before Cobra Kai, did you have any previous martial arts experience, or was it just all learning on set?
I was just coincidentally doing kickboxing like
Okay.
right before they brought me onto Cobra Kai. Yeah, so I was just like doing little like light sparring classes. Like they were just like it was like called 9 round. They had like a couple different like it was 9 rounds. Like there's 9 different stations, and like first you start with jump ropes, then you go to like a like just this punching bag, and then a teardrop punching bag, and then there's a spar, and then like a kicking bag, and then speed bags and like other stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think we have some of that here too in Texas and stuff like that too. And like, hey, like I applaud anybody that does any kind of martial arts, because I just got into it myself back in August.
Nice.
I'm doing Taekwondo, so I just got to yellow belt black stripe at the end of January. So I'm hoping to test for orange belt in this month. And yeah, it's so taxing because like I actually did sparring last Friday, and what happened was like I did like a pretty gnarly like leg day like earlier that week. And so like Saturday I did Taekwondo class again, but it was more like forms and stuff like that. But like when I got to the gym, like my calves were like pulsating, like on the verge of cramping. So
Yeah.
like it's so tough and whatnot. So they also want to ask, how did Cobra Kai affect you in real life? Like they also have a side note here. If this question's invasive, fine if you don't answer it. But I guess positive. I guess you want to talk about positive experiences too, because like they've also asked what lessons have been imparted to you, since being on the show.
Yeah, I've experienced a lot of discrimination. No, I'm just kidding. No, like just I'm just like getting recognized for it like every once in a while. Like that's pretty much it. Yeah, like it was cool getting to make all these like new connections, all these new friends on set. Yeah, like yeah. It was a cool chunk of my life. Like it was a whole like 6+ years of my life, and yeah, it's weird thinking how it all like went by so quick, but it's fun. Yeah, got recognized for it. Got some good friends. Good experience overall. Yep.
That's awesome. Yeah, dude. Like, and that's the one thing too I've talked about, like with some of these, some of the actors I've interviewed from the show too, is like, not often like behind the scenes, like the actors have like the camaraderie. Sometimes they'll, maybe for whatever reason they don't connect, or they just, hey, just here to do the job and whatnot. So it's always so cool to see you guys like hanging out, like, you know, outside the show, because it's just like, you know, like, hey, you guys are friends in real life, and that's, you know, we fans always love seeing stuff.
Exactly. Like like even though the show is over, like Jake Hawk the other day, he just like messaged me and he was like, hey, like me and Bo are trying out for like a short film, like you should come, like you should try to like get your, like let your agents know to like get yourself auditioned for it. Go, yeah, sure, that's cool.
That's awesome.
I'll try to get into it. Yeah, so
yeah, dude, that's cool, man, that they look out for you like that too, because like I have a friend that's in the voice acting industry. He's been in like in a few games and some anime roles and stuff like that too.
Sick.
So, and like, it's funny too how that kind of started, because like back in the day we used to do like fan dubs and stuff like that, like in the early days of the internet. So I'm hoping to maybe follow in his steps. And like I told him, like, you know, my dream is for both of us to be like these in a video game or an anime someday. So it's so cool to see you have that camaraderie, man. So.
That just reminded me, Cyberpunk. I loved that was such a good game. All the different choices you could make in paths. There were like, and Keanu Reeves is like in your head talking to you the entire time. Best game ever. Yeah. Yeah. So
that's awesome.
And the anime, really good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. We got a comment here. He says, "My boy Muscles." So we got some Mitch fans in the house. So so Melissa wants to know, did you see Mitch's betrayal coming at all in season 5, and how surprised were you by it when you switched the Cobra Kai like in the finale?
Yeah, like a little bit. Like I was expecting it to even go a little sooner, just because like how long the nickname is going on, and then for I think the switch back even should have been almost like instant after, like, because like I switched teams, I betrayed them, and Kyler goes, "Shut up, penis breath," and it's like right there I should have been like put him back in his place, or like just traded back again. Like, never mind, I changed my mind. Like, I don't know, but because like the whole reason I betrayed him was out of respect of my name, and then they just go right back to doing it again. It's like, all right, why did I do this?
Yeah, exactly. So. Somebody wants to know, did you actually? So I guess the picture we're looking at, right, where it's like half Eagle Fang, half Miyagi-Do. Did you get to keep that shirt, or is there anything you were able to keep from set?
I stole it. I did not get to keep it. I still really want all of my gis that have my name on it, and I missed my opportunity to snatch them. I don't know if I'm going to be able to snatch them anymore. But because like like when a series is over, they have like a weird like little like garage sale basically for all the clothes, and they'll just like every character's clothes is like on a rack with their name, and then it's just like, here, just grab what you want, and you throw it on a table and buy it all at the like after the show's over. So like I wanted to like grab a couple of my outfits and buy them, but they sent me home a little early before the show was actually finished, so I didn't get to hit that.
That's cool though. You get the shirt at least. That was really cool. So yeah,
just what I stole.
Yeah. Somebody asked, I'm not sure maybe the context of this question. Maybe you know, did you impress Olive with your karate?
Oh, in Ant Farm, I have a crush named Olive. On the
I
Disney
see. Okay.
And no, I don't. Actually, maybe, because I did see her at the Cobra Kai premiere, but she was there in support of Gianni Dimitri, because they did a project together. So
I see. I got you.
Or just coincidence, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
she could have been there for me.
Let's see. Memorable story from behind the scenes of the Mick or Haunting Hour. Jeremy wants to know.
The Mick and the Haunting Hour. The Mick. That was just like a long day. Like, because it was my first time being legal 18 for a role, so I didn't have to do any schooling, but I also could work way longer hours, and so they just brought me onto set at like probably like lunchtime, and I sat there until like 4 a.m. until it was like time to do the scene. I'm like, oh my god, I hate this. Like, I don't want to be an adult. But so like it was a fun set. It was a lot of funny people. Like I love the characters on the show. And then the other one, Haunting Hour, that was fun. We got to be in Canada. It was a little different pace for me, because for Ant Farm we got to do 3 days rehearsing and then 2 days of actually filming. For Haunting Hour, it was rehearse and film same scene. So like we would like, all right, and let's see where the camera's gonna be. All right, now let's shoot this one. I'm like, like I usually do like 3 days of this stuff before we actually start taping. So yeah, it was just a little change of pace for me, but like it was another fun project. Yeah, cool to be a part of.
Final fan question here too, and just for context, so like on my channel, I'll sometimes do like shorts of like dream matches of like characters may not have fight before. So say for example, somebody from the old generation, new generation, or just characters that have maybe not interacted period on Cobra Kai.
Mhm.
So in like at least in a fight. So Eagle Fang 790 wants to know who would win in a fight, Chris or Mitch.
I'd have to admit it. It'd probably be Chris because he's got that reach on me. He's got those long ass arms. Like we would be play fighting like in the back of scenes and stuff, and like half the time he'd just be doing this and like putting his like hand in my chest. I'm like, fuck, stop doing that. We actually got to fight to look good for camera, and he's just like doing that to my chest the whole time. Like, can't touch this dude. Like,
yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I definitely get that with like you know, the reach and stuff like that too. So, but hey, man, I got a final question for you. So, you know, now that Cobra Kai's ended, are you do you want to continue to pursue acting? Are you wanting to do a different career? You have a bright future ahead of you. So, and I always say like, you know, whatever you decide to do, hey, just do it for you. So, so yeah, what do you see? Where do you where do you want to go from here? Is the question?
yeah, like I've always just liked acting. Like it's all I've ever known. Like I just feel like I'm good at it. Like I can read a script and like dissect it a little bit. Yeah, like I'm not like full on considering being a writer, but like there's like I have a couple of scripts I like started and given up on.
Nice.
Things like that. So
Yeah.
like that. I just wanted to stick with acting. Just the auditions are coming in slowly, like because when COVID happened, the writers' strike, the actors' strike, and then the crew strike, like it just felt like it killed the industry. Like it's been so slow for so long, and like out of the blue, I get like 3 auditions due this week, and I have to like get into all these different mindsets and try to like get this stuff out really quick. So yeah.
No, I get it, man. Like you know, especially like I mentioned earlier, like one of my best friends is in the voice acting industry. So it's like, you know, it's always like a number of games, right? It's like how many no's to get to the next yes, you know, and it's kind of like that in sales too, because like I used to be in sales and stuff like that too. So, but hey, man, that's awesome. Like, good luck on your auditions. Definitely hope you, you know, we're always looking forward to see what roles you land next. But hey, thank you so much, Aedin, for taking time out of your day to spend this with me. You know, open invitation for you to come back. I'd love to follow up with you down the road, see what you're doing. So,
of course,
before we say goodbye, where can they find you? Any upcoming projects you want to plug?
Yeah, nothing new right now, but my Instagram is Aedin Mincks. I think it's just spelled like my name. Yeah, just on Instagram, Twitter or X, and yeah, that's it. I have a Facebook. Don't know how to use it. I'm trying to learn how to use it. So
maybe we'll see some gaming content from you someday. That could be something you could do. Just saying.
I need to get into. That was another thing. Like I want to get into streaming. Just don't know where to really start. I think I might just like play a couple games with Khalil. Like do a little dual stream with us. Yeah, something like that.
For sure. So, but hey, man, again, you know, thank you for taking time out of your day, and thanks to everybody that was tuning in. You guys stay beautiful, stay awesome. Catch you around next time.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.